Hi everyone and welcome to this MRP session. Today we're going to talk about a manufacturer called Rotortech. So Rotortech is an aeronautics manufacturer and they particularly focus on production, manufacturing of rotor parts for helicopters. Now, this automatically means of course that helicopter manufacturers are some of Rotortech's biggest clients. And that's where the real pressure lies. They need to deliver and make sure that the manufactured products, whether they are parts, components, materials, or the actual helicopter rotor unit, which is the main product that Rotortech manufactures, they need to make absolutely sure that the quality is at the utmost highest level. Because, of course, their business and their reputation depends on it. But also, we can't forget that actual people's lives depend on it, right? So, Rotortech in the last time has gone into an internal analysis and evaluation to try to understand why there's so many issues happening at the manufacturing level, why there's so many quality issues, and how they can address these concerns. So they've reached out to Odoo to see if we can help them with this process and allow them to have a little bit more clarity and organization, perhaps a bit more structure in all the processes that they are currently having trouble with. So one of the things that Rotortech realized is that uh, many of their manufactured parts, and in particular the helicopter rotor unit, was suffering tremendously in quality. And the main issues that they managed to find was that there's a complete lack of oversight of their two warehouses and of the processes that happen within. So they have two warehouses. One is the quality warehouse in which the repairs also take place. This has to do with physical closeness. So the quality warehouse also stocks all sorts of parts that are necessary to carry out the repair. So the quality check will happen at the same place where the repairs take place. And further, the second warehouse is for the manufacturing. So this is, of course, where all the the whole manufacturing process takes place. Now, let's focus for a second on the quality issues. In terms of quality, the warehouse oversight is an absolute mess. Basically, there's no warehouse oversight at all. This means that there's no clarity at all regarding which units have been quality checked, which ones have not, which ones are faulty, and therefore there's no way to know which ones are actually available to be sold to the client. This means that there's no tracking at all of the manufacturing and quality check processes. In an ideal scenario, they say, they would like to have a clear quality control process after manufacturing. If we if we look at the repairs issue, there's actually no clear repair or maintenance process in place at all. There's no oversight of which items have been repaired either. So they never know whether a product is repaired or has been quality checked. And this leads them to actually never knowing what should be scrapped, what rotor uh, unit should be disassembled and scrapped. And in the end of the day, the biggest issue that this causes is that workers easily get confused and often dispatch faulty items, which then are often returned as faulty items, and therefore rotor tech needs to carry out a maintenance to those. Now, of course, this could have all been avoided, and this could all be avoided in the future if there was a clear manufacturing process which includes the quality checks and, of course, has a clear line to the reparations in case that's necessary. So, of course, in an ideal scenario, they want a clear repair process after manufacturing. They would like a clear maintenance process for returned items, and they would like a clear oversight of the location of items as well, so that they know where they are and they can always make sure that they pick the right ones. Avoid having to carry out maintenance for unchecked parts is absolutely crucial for them. I mean, that way they always will know that all the products that leave the factory have been quality checked and have been repaired. And so, therefore, any maintenance that they will have to carry out in the future is more linked to perhaps later stage fault faults that may happen in the system, or any damage that it may have because of wear, rather than actual manufacturing process issues, so out the factory concerns. Now, for the solution that we're going to put together for RotorTech, we're going to need the following applications. We're going to need sales, inventory, manufacturing, quality, and repair. And the key concepts that we're going to use for this solution are two warehouses, so one for manufacturing and one for quality. We're going to have to use the multi-routes feature, with particular focus on using the make-to-order route. We're also going to install some quality checks. We're going to carry out some internal transfers. And of course, we're going to carry out some repair orders whenever those are necessary. And last but not least, what is our goal? Well, our goal is to make sure that we can present to RotorTech a clear process. And that the best way to do that is, of course, through showing them how to configure it. And in the end, to be able to carry out a simple, straightforward flow all the way from sales to MRP to quality, and on the basis of quality, whether we should repair and then to the customer, or whether we go to the customer directly. And every step will be well defined, and RotorTech will be able to carry out their processes as structuredly and as organized as possible. Now, let's jump into RotorTech's database and let's start configuring.